Hello everyone. This is Jay here, playing some more Lorcana today. And let's see. We will continue to play what I consider to be one of the top decks in the current meta right now. Let's just filter out some cards. Yeah. Emerald Amethyst. Let's see. So basically, the deck here consists of being Emerald, Cruella de Vil, just really a great temple card. You play it, you can quest, and if the opponent challenges into it, you get to return one of their characters, pushing them back. It's all about kind of trying to rush out the 20 lore. You don't really care about card advantage as much. You're going to be filling your opponent's hands, so they'll never run out of cards, but hopefully they'll be slow enough that you can get to the 20 lore. We have Cheshire Cat, which is a good 2 lore 3 cost. A lot of times I tend to ink Cheshire, but sometimes if your opponent's always playing big creatures, it feels good to just drop it down and force them to trade their big creature into the Cheshire. You have Peter Pan, good evasive, Beast, just also really good with rush. If your opponent's out racing you, drop this down, attack into something, and next turn they kind of have to deal with it too, because it does quest for 2 lore later. I haven't really got his extra ability Roar to work that much. Feel like it's pretty hard in the current state of Lorcana to damage characters without just outright killing them. It's a bit risky and it never feels good to damage without killing. But maybe like if there's some future card that does damage to all opponents' characters, then when you play Beast, you get to exert them all and kill something. So that could be a pretty good combo. Sadly, not available right now. We have Jumba Kiba, which is also a good, bigger character. So 5 cost, 4/5, 2 lore. Sometimes nice. It's a bit slow, but hey, you gotta play the cards that you have available. And then finally the MVP of this deck, which is Genie, just way too good. 6 cost, 3/4, not super good stats, but being able to return opponent's character, pushing them essentially back a turn, giving you a free turn, and then it has evasive, and you can quest for lore. So great card. In Amethyst, we have Maleficent. Gotta go fast, right? Just pop this down. Most of the time, what you end up wanting to do with Maleficent is you don't want to um, quest if you know your opponent's gonna just run a character into it. Because a lot of times with all of your board presence and temple plays, you might be able to get an extra quest out of a Maleficent. And that's just really good value. So you're always on the look for that. Olaf, a good 1 drop. Most of the time I include him to just deal with opponents who also rush or mirror deck because if an opponent plays down a Maleficent, Olaf's really good to counter it. Pascal, another kind of pseudo clock for the opponent. Just drop it down. It has camouflage, can quest, and it adds up. And then as always in Amethyst, you got the Broom Mickey combo. Just really great value. Really depends. As you can see in the games. I'll show upcoming. The when you mulligan or when you start out with a hand, you really kind of look to see if is it gonna be a Maleficent Pascal type hand or is it gonna be a Broom or Mickey type hand. So that Yzma just included as a 2 drop. Doesn't fit super well into the deck, but sometimes when you're questing and being able to see the extra card, always good. Friends, card draw, great. Surprisingly, it's a bit. I wish there was some faster cards, but a lot of times you end up running out of cards because you have all of these 1-drop, 2-drops. So it's just great to have. And then we have Maleficent, same thing. Card draw. You can also use Maleficent to sing friends on the other side, so extra value there. Rafiki, you can also use Rafiki to sing friends on the other side, and then it has Rush to kind of trade into your opponent's board. And plus, it makes it really difficult for an opponent on their turn 3 to kind of predict if you have a Rafiki or not. To change your plays, and a lot of times it actually nets you an extra lore because or a little bit more time because your opponent doesn't quest because they don't want to run into Rafiki, which is fair. I tend to do that a lot too on my turn 3s. So it's just that threat is always there. And so that's pretty much the makeup of this deck, 4 copies of each. Yeah, and let's get into some games. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. Yeah, no, that's a nice game. Okay, let's see what we have. Maleficent. Okay, so we don't have Mickey or Brooms. Jumba is a bit not needed. The 2 Maleficent will definitely keep. For a 1-drop, I think we want to go with 1-drop Maleficent into 2-drop Cruella. So we'll just mow all of the other cards and hopefully hit a genie or something nice. Okay, Rafiki is also great. Cool. So the one issue with this deck is there isn't too many, or there's quite a few non-inkable cards. So you end up having to kind of really be careful with the cards that you can ink. So I'm gonna ink a Cruella because I don't think we'll need 2. Drop out the Maleficent and pass the turn. Okay, so opponent's playing a Ruby, at least a Ruby deck. Let's see. So, okay. So likely ramp. So they're gonna try to ramp into the big Ruby creatures. Excuse me. They might also be playing Ruby Evasive, which is good as well. So we're gonna ink the Brooms because we want Cruella. And as I noted before, we don't want to crash with Maleficent because they're just going to trade their Flounder in, and it's not worth it. It's essentially a free 2 lore regardless, so we might as well see if we can get some extra value out of the Maleficent. Try to get, hopefully, a quest scene where opponent doesn't want to attack into it. Let's see. Most of the time, it just ends up being 2 lore, so. But regardless, next turn it's great because if they quest with Flounder, I can just Rafiki out, trade into Flounder. Rafiki's 3 stat is just so nice. Okay, so you can let it go. And if they don't quest with Flounder, then I'll probably run out the Maleficent. So let's see what they do. Okay, so they do press with Flounder, so we'll run out the Rafiki. Nice. I can save my Maleficent from card draw, so I can ink a Broom. And then drop the Rafiki, quest into the or attack into Flounder, and then quest with Cruella. Once again, I'm not questioning Maleficent because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna run the Donald into the Maleficent. So no need to pull the trigger on Maleficent quite yet. Okay, so they do have the evasive package there. So once we hit to like turn 5 and turn 6, it's gonna be a little bit dicey because they're also gonna be racing us. So, but right now we have a pretty good board presence. So we're definitely going to play out the Maleficent to draw a card, hopefully get something. We definitely want to ink this turn. Yeah, Okay, so that's not the best, but it is a rush card, so we're gonna ink the Maleficent since we want to keep on pushing up our ink to 5 and 6. And then we're just gonna quest with Rafiki and Cruella. So continue to add on to the lore. Um some card draw, like Friends on the Other Side, would be really good. Honestly, any inkable card would be great here because then I can run out Beast. Um Yeah, let's see what they do. Okay, they don't do anything. Yeah, that's not good. I can't ink any of these. So I'm just gonna play out the Rafiki and continue the quest. Um, Opponent has some good trades, but we just want to keep on piling up the pressure. Mm. Yeah, I think one thing with this deck that I might consider tweaking is add a few less non-inkable cards, but I mean, our highest cost is 6. So the ideal here is hopefully if we can get to 6, um, it'll be good. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty favorable trade with Donald into Maleficent, but I'm not super worried. I still have board presence. Get some damage onto Donald, so that way it can't make any more favorable trades. So let's see what they're gonna drop down. Hopefully it's not Tigger or something evasive, because not only is evasive cards good for questing, and this deck just has a hard time dealing with evasive, but evasive cards are really good with trading in too. Okay, I am happy to see a Donald. That is great. Nice. So we have a inkable card. So we're gonna ink this, and we're gonna definitely play out the beast, um, because that way I can quest with my other characters, and gain some more lore. Beast can trade into the Donald, and it's just a lot of damage. Even though it would be nice to get the 2 lore, a lot of the value from Beast is just putting a turret, of that for your opponent, so they have to kind of attack into Beast, and we'll just quest with other characters and pass our turn. Um, and guessing they're probably going to trade Aurora into the Beast. And so next turn I might be able to kill the Aurora if need be. But I mean, or they trade the Donald there. That's fair. They're not questing with Aurora, which is great for us because they're running really behind on lore right now. And we always have the active extra lore. That's great to see. One jump ahead does nothing for the board state. Yeah. Okay, so they are trying to kind of reduce our board state a little bit. This is great because we've just run another beast, a favorable trade. Nice. Yep. So we just run a beast in and see now opponent doesn't have any creatures, so I get a free questing with Maleficent. Just added value there. Wow. I might do well this game without running a genie into it. Yeah, Mickey is not gonna quite cut it there. Yeah, they were gonna have to like kind of get a bunch of Maleficent that 9-drop cards and stuff. So yep, that's game one. Let's play another one and see how we do this time. Yeah, sometimes waiting for the game just takes very short or very long, all in the roll of the dice. The new Donald Duck seems to be not super like a super nice or noticeable card. It's pretty good. It has like what? It's like a 2/3 or something with ward. Pretty vanilla. It is part of kind of the theme of the item set, so I'm not too sure um why item like cards that might fit into that item deck, like inventors would want ward. The only possibility I can think of right now is maybe there's some items that require you to exert a character. And so that way, it's a little bit harder for opponent to like just cannons or smash or remove ward characters, and so you're able to activate those items a little bit easier, but that's all speculation. Yeah. Um, the other like kind of inventors or tinkerers have like very clear item synergies, like Bell. When you quest, items cost one less, and Maurice, which is when you play an item, you can draw a card. Um, yeah, so not too sure about the mech Donald. As for other, oh, well, cool. Let's see. Going first again, always great. Nice. Two genies. So this is definitely gonna be a genie deck. We want the Pascals. Peter Pan is an inkable card, so we don't want to keep Beast because it's not inkable. Rafiki is good, but we probably want more inkable cards. So we just want to drop all of the non-ink, drop the high cost. I I'll probably keep the Peter Pan just so I can be ink. Let's see. Nice. So more inkable cards. Great. So this game we don't need Mickey. Though we do have a couple of turns to see if we can get a broom. So we might as well ink a Peter first. Drop a Pascal. The fact that we don't have a 2-drop is a little bit bad because that means Pascal can't quest next turn. But it is fairly okay. Simba, Steel. Okay. So Steel has removal, like fire the cannons and smash. That's good. Kind of wanted a 2-drop, but that's fine. We'll ink a Mickey and pass the turn. Don't want opponent to run into a Pascal. So I think next turn it's going to be play the Maleficent and quest with the Pascal, and then potentially be able to friends on the other side. Oh, blue. Okay, blue steel. So they're going to be rushing, or most of the time when I think of blue, I think of uh, uh ramp. So they're going to be ramping into some of their higher cost steel cards. We'll ink the Peter. Maleficent just gives a little bit more better value. Though the reason I was thinking about Peter Pan is that evasive can be really good for singing songs because your opponent can't uh, attack into evasives. So you can sing a bunch of songs with Peter Pan. But getting the extra card draw with Maleficent is the play here, I think. Yep. Questing with Pascal now because it has evasive protection. Though with Steel they can always, fire the cannons and then get rid of my Maleficent and attack. But that sometimes you just have to take certain risks there. Hopefully they have a lot of card draw in Sapphire. So hopefully they don't pull fire the cannons. The one saving grace is I always have Rafiki to kill. Okay, so they're gonna quest, so they don't have the cannons. That's good. I'm gonna just run Rafiki. Nice. I always like inkable low cost characters because we'll never play this. So technically once again miss a little bit of misplay. I should have sang Friend on the Other Side because I was gonna sing it regardless. Okay. Mickey and Brooms. That might change things up a little bit. I was planning on playing the Rafiki, but I think playing the Mickey would be a little bit better value because then we can play Rafiki and Magic Room next turn. So I think this would be a little bit better, and then we'll quest with Pascal and say pass. Yeah, Simba's not too much of a threat that I feel like I need to immediately remove it. Plus Mickey definitely is more of a threat for Kristoff than Rafiki because Rafiki trades evenly into Kristoff, whereas Mickey trades favorably into Kristoff. So let's see what the opponent will do. Okay, another Simba, another loot. I don't. How do I feel about Simba? I mean, I guess it's good, but like when you compare it to like a one drop 2/2 or like a one drop 1/3 with challenge in steel, it's interesting. Okay, opponents ramping into something big. Thankfully, we have genies. Another great thing about genies is opponent plays something big, we can just return it back to their hand. So nice. Okay, that's fine. So let's see. Do we want to sing with Maleficent? Maleficent can trade into Simba. We want to keep Mickey alive because of rooms, I think. So I think we do want to sing friends on the other side. Let's see what we draw into. Okay, we can Inka Yzma. That's nice. Um, so we have Rafiki. We'll drop down to Rafiki. And I will trade into Kristoff with Rafiki. I know I was thinking about trading Mickey into Kristoff, but then their Simba's gonna kill the Mickey, and Mickey with rooms is just a really nice threat that's worth just trading a 1-for-1 with Rafiki. Ah, running out of time. Uh, let's see. Do I have any cards in my? Yeah, friends on the other side is great. And then we'll drop down a Maleficent. Do we want to quest with Mickey? We'll definitely quest with Pascal. I think we're in a good enough position that we don't need to race too much in quest. We really want to keep the magic rooms on the board. Though trading a Mickey for like two of the Simbas, yeah, no, I think it's the right play to quest with the Mickey. Like what they would need to do is they would need to have a smash and then trade a Simba into it. And for a 2-for-1, I guess I'm pretty happy if that was the case. If that was your play there. Okay, so now it becomes a game of can I get an inkable card in order to play. Okay, Robin Hood is great. Um, allows them to draw a card. Let's see if we can return the Robin Hood. Yes. What a draw. Olaf. Yeah, and now we're doing really well because we'll just Genie the Robin Hood back. We'll attack into a Simba. And once again, see, the Maleficent gets added value where we can quest for 2 with Maleficent, and they don't have a readily available character to get rid of it. We have another genie. Like 2 genies is just a really great knockout punch to whatever the opponent has to try to establish board presence here. And we already have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the board. Yeah, Cerberus isn't going to cut it. We're just going to return it back to their hand. Even if we didn't have this extra genie, I think we would still be in a great position. Yep, fire the cannons. Great way to remove it. No, we're definitely going to ink the Pascal just to be a little bit safer. So we can drop out both the genie and the Maleficent. And I mean, there's not much opponent can do. Yeah, good game. Yeah, and that's why I think right now Amethyst, Emerald Amethyst is the meta right now. The one thing I might tweak is to change up the number of inkable versus not inkable cards. But if we take a look here, once again, like the main thing is all of the uninkable cards just provide so much value here. What do we have as uninkable? Beast, which is a rush 4/4, which you showed me showcase. Genie is great. It's a staple of this deck. Maleficent just for the extra lore. And Rafiki, which is once again the 3-cost rush. So that's 16 uninkable cards. If I was gonna cut a few, I might cut one or two Maleficents. Maybe one or two beasts, but those are hard. Right now in the deck feels pretty smooth as it is, so we'll see. Yeah. See you guys later, and hope this has been an informative showcase of Emerald Amethyst. Bye.